Welcome everybody, let's get into the trending topics on this Monday morning, and again, always changing, every minute it's changing, so let's try and sort of keep up with it and see what it was when we had a look at it at around about 5:30 this morning. So here we go, this is what we picked up and talk you through some of those. SABC was trending quite a lot when we woke up this morning. I see it's dropping off a bit today, now as we broadcast, but many reasons behind that, and I think two that do stand out. The one is senior provincial government officials are among 3 arrested in connection with a 36 million rand SABC fraud tender. A senior Eastern Cape government official is among 3 people who have been arrested in connection with these fraud allegations. That's the one reason. And then the other, which I think is probably driving it, was this whole movement that was happening on the weekend, Justice for Namhla. This is a story of an ever too often story that's happened in South Africa about the abuse of women in the country. And Musi Maimane, amongst many, but a big tweet that got a lot of traction saying, Mr. Ramaphosa and the SABC, can you please ensure that there is justice for Namhla? The nation is watching, the women of South Africa are watching. The nation legitimately expects to see an announcement from the police minister and from the NPA prosecutes on this matter as well. So yeah, just again, a story of abuse, devastating abuse, and yeah, the law taking its course hopefully on this particular one.
Indeed, and some asking perhaps for police from a different province to interfere and maybe try and see if they can resolve this particular matter. And then of course also one of the other reasons, as you said, there are many reasons why SABC are trending. Ukai Malau and the South African Police Service again this weekend staging one of those, and over 400 suspects arrested for various crimes, including 239 wanted suspects who were arrested during these Ukai Malau operations.
Sure. All right. Well, there you go. Here's another one, and of course this is a big one. It's still going on now. The whole issue of Zweli Mkhize, and Zweli basically the one that is in there and perhaps running for that position of president of the ANC come the conference in December. So this could be, it certainly is the one to watch at the moment.
That is the big one.
This is the big one. It's a massive one right now. But many people talking about this, and are the guns out for Zweli Mkhize, the former minister, the former health minister, and is there a whole smear campaign against him, or are these allegations legit? Well, this is what happens. I mean, remember the whole Digital Vibes scandal, many asking, is he the right guy, isn't he the right guy, what is going on? And then you've got on the other side the president with the whole step aside issue. Will that work in his favor when it comes to Zweli? So yeah, the race is on.
It is. We'll be speaking to Gogo Aubrey Machikli later on and maybe canvassing that particular matter. But at the weekend, Dedani Mkhize, who's the son of the former minister Zweli Mkhize, his traditional wedding took place at the weekend, and it was at that occasion, addressing a group of Amabuto and Izinduna, that the former minister then accepted, or in response to what was said by some of these traditional leaders, made it clear that if he is asked to serve, he will do just that.
He would do it. At a wedding. There we go. Yeah. Okay, nice one. Thanks for finding that. So I'm looking for Mbucks. Have you got it there? Because I'm trying to find. I mean, I know there's so many reasons, but yeah, I'm kicking him out of a meeting. Was it about that?
Apparently, there was a cabinet meeting sometime last week, and the president kicked Minister Mbalula out of that cabinet meeting. So this is how the story goes. The minister himself has neither confirmed nor denied that this in fact took place. But the story is that there were some complaints from other ministers, and it would seem that at the top of this chorus of complaints was Minister Pravin Gordhan. Other ministers complaining about Minister Mbalula's lack of preparation for these meetings, generally speaking, it would seem. So therefore, this is the story. He was apparently kicked out.
So this is according to a Sunday Independent write-up that came out over the weekend, so we must credit them. It was an online meeting, and it's something, as you're saying, this is where it's basically a meeting which involves all ministries coming together to discuss key government issues, including the economy and infrastructure development, and this is where apparently this all went down. So yeah, we'll wait to see what happens and if there's any comment thereafter. So yeah, there we go. That's the Bucks trend. And then Liverpool and Man City, you might as well just put them together because that was what happened. Big Super Sunday. But there was hope. There was hope. Don't tell me it was wrong hope, Sakina, please. If you were in my house, you would have felt the hope. Well, but that kind of isn't the right picture to be using of Liverpool, is it? That might be the one. Yeah. That's the one.
No more the noisy neighbors. They are now the champions.
They are the champions. I was telling you a story how my house was literally like a stadium last night because we had load shedding just around us. So we'd had people for lunch, and then people from the complex started coming and banging on the door. Please, 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 because we've got an inverter that keeps the television going. And this is kind of obviously common knowledge. Everybody came running and banging on the door to watch this. So you had every football team supporter in one house screaming in a different direction. It was a lot, but at the end of the day, it was Man City.
Right, those are your trending topics, and after the break, we will be speaking to the Minister of Human Settlements, Mamoloko Kubai, in her capacity as the head of Cabinet's Economic Cluster, and she'll be joining us from Davos in Switzerland. So there's the Minister, ready, waiting. We're going to take a quick break and then into that interview.